Hey everyone, what is going on? I'm Nick
Hi,
Baldwin.
everyone.
I have Leslie Jackson here. We have a couple hundred of our closest friends on Zoom with us. Some of you watching on Facebook for week number 4 of Command Expand. Today, we are going to go over our KW consumer websites. So our KW agent sites, the sites that your consumers use to look for houses in your Command ecosystem. And it really is a really great website. Like, I feel like if you want to get your clients off of Zillow, this is the opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
We're going to show you a couple really cool features on what the website offers. And we're going to also show you some new things that were recently released on the website over the last week or so. There's a lot of information on our consumer sites having to do with data. So I want to just kind of talk to you really quickly before we jump in that, oh, that's super weird. Like I can see my reflection back here in the Hulk.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see that too.
That's weird. I should fix that. I don't like that.
I think it's kind of cool. You're also Hulk. You're one with Hulk.
Yeah. So anyway, I got my Lab Coat Agents swag on today, so I'm ready to rock.
Nice.
Okay, so the listing war. All right, the listing war is something that we have been trying to battle for a very long time. Agents are like, get our listings off Zillow, get our listings off Zillow. And that's not really something that's going to happen. We've lost that war, but we have a new war that's raging right here in the industry. And it's the data war and the information war. And whoever has more information, whoever has the data that the consumer is interested in is going to get the eyeballs. So we have the data because we have partnerships with Google, partnerships with Nextdoor, which help us locate market data on a hyper-local level, helps us get down from not just a township to a zip code, but also a neighborhood level. We're going to go through all of those things. But first, we're going to start off with the very, very basic, introduction to, sorry, I thought someone was knocking on my office door, but I think it's just my cat scratching, trying to get in. Let me in, meow, meow. Okay. We're going to start off with just kind of showing you guys the site and how to search for properties. Now, I just want to reiterate, this is a consumer site. So this site is meant for your consumers to look at for homes. But as the agent, you should know how it works. Okay. So Leslie, do you want to start? Yes. Do you want to start with showing everyone just the basics on like how the website works, how you search for properties?
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. Oh, you have to enable my screen, Mr. Nick Baldwin, please. And thank you,
really?
sir.
You should be able to. Who can share? Hosts only. Oh, you're a panelist. Okay, go. You're good.
Okay, here we go. All right, you guys. So this is, again, from the consumer's lens. Pretend that you're the consumer right now.
Wait, hold on one second. I want to mention one thing.
Yes.
Sorry.
Absolutely.
You'll notice how our websites look.
Yes. Oh, should I do a quick little demo?
Yeah. Show them why our websites look like this.
Yeah. Okay, so check it out. So I'm going to go to Zillow.com. I know it's like a place where most people don't want to go as an agent, but oh, give me 1 second. I need to log out of somebody's account. I'm sorry. Nick, why don't you do it real quick, because I have too many things going on right now with my
All right,
logins.
I'll do it.
You do it real quick.
I'm going to do it.
Yep.
I'll save the day.
Thanks.
I will save the day. Okay, here we go. So let me share my screen. And again, if you have questions, drop them in the chat. While I'm presenting, Leslie will answer your questions. She'll read some of them out loud that she feels are important to everybody. And when Leslie's presenting, I'll answer your questions as well. So drop those in the chat. If you're on Facebook, drop them in the comments. Okay, this is our website. This is our home search site. This is what everybody's KW site looks like. It doesn't, everyone's doesn't have to say find your dream home in New Jersey. Mine does. But I want to show you something. The reason our websites look like this is because it's how Zillow looks. Oops, I didn't go to realtor.com. Here we go. It's how realtor.com looks like that, but they changed it a little bit. You can see like there's a search bar here. Homes.com looks like this. So that's why our websites should just look like very simple, very easy to start searching without trying to figure out what to do. The consumer shouldn't have to reinvent the wheel. Our websites are very consumer focused. So you won't see any pictures unless you decide to put the picture up. But I advise you not to put pictures of you and your team standing there with your arms crossed in your GQ pose with all of your awards and accolades and how many homes you've sold and how much money you've made. I advise you not to put that on the homepage of your website. You can do it on an internal page where it says about me. You can make these internal pages as fancy schmancy as you like. Mine's pretty basic, but I would say on the homepage, don't do that. It's a turnoff. Okay, so that's why our websites look like this, because Zillow spent a lot of money figuring out how the consumer wants to look for property. So this is why they want to look for property. This is a very simple way. So here's what I'm going to do. I am going to go to my current location. And right off the bat, you'll notice something different. But I want to actually, let me go to a different location. Hold on a second. Okay, so right off the bat, you'll notice something slightly different, but let me go over the things that are not different. You'll see houses for sale on the map. You will see houses for sale on the right-hand side. But the things that you'll see, the criteria for searching for properties up here, but the things that you'll see different and what set our websites apart are, you will notice some really freaky, weird, like shapes in blue, right? Like, why are those weird shapes in blue? Well, they're neighborhoods. So when you zoom in, you start to see neighborhoods with names on them. So this is a Glen Ridge neighborhood. This is Bloomfield proper. This is a Broughton Avenue neighborhood. This neighborhood is called Southwest Nutley. This one is called North of the Green. So these are all neighborhoods that are taken from Nextdoor, which is a social media website for neighborhoods. So if you're not familiar with Nextdoor, go check it out. It's basically groups, but for neighborhoods. So you can only join a neighborhood if you live within the confines of the blue boundary lines. So this is what allows us to look at property market stats on a hyperlocal level. I'll get into that in a second. If you come up here on the upper right-hand side, you'll see also neighborhoods. And you notice when I hover over them, they turn blue, they turn dark blue, which is pretty awesome. So they can visit neighborhoods by clicking up on the upper right-hand side. You'll also notice that each neighborhood has a mini market stat. Average days on market 11, average price point 700. Watchung East, average days on market 4, average price point 843. So you'll be able to see those little teeny tiny stats. And those aren't town stats, those are neighborhood stats. Because real estate is more than just a city, more than just a zip code. It's a neighborhood. All right. But let me show you really quickly how your clients will look for homes. So they'll go to the website like this. They'll come over here. They'll click for sale. And then by default, all of these things will be clicked for them. So let's unclick some certain things. Let's unclick everything except active and coming soon. Then we'll do price point. I can click from the drop down 400, and then I can also add manually if I want to do like 749, for instance. Okay. Property type, houses, apartments, townhouses, condos, land, multifamily. If I click on condos, there's not much in the way of condos for sale in this price point. If I click on houses only, then it'll bring up those houses. Beds and baths, pretty simple, 3 beds, any bathroom, 2 bathrooms. Now, this is a cool tab, the More tab. When I click More, there's extra things that can be done here. Square footage, lot size, the year it was built. If it's a condo, whether or not it has parking. If it's a house, whether or not it has a garage. You'll have amenities that you can click on. So like if I wanted to see anything with a pool, it'll then bring me 5 properties for sale that have a pool. If I go down here, I can toggle open houses only. And so this will show me 19 properties that are open houses in the next weekend or two. And if I click on price reductions within the last 7 days, it will then bring me the properties that have recently been reduced in price. So there's only several here. And you can see this was reduced by 31,000. This is reduced by 20,000. So it'll bring you price reductions as well. So this is how this is how you search for a property. And if your client wants to save a search with the criteria, they would just come over here to save search, and it's going to ask them to log in or sign up. Now, this is a new screen that I'm just seeing for the first time, which is actually really beautiful. It looks like we have new neighborhoods. Let's see how that looks when we go into that. So this will tell them, this will show them how everything works. This will show them what they get when they sign up. Collaborate with your KW agent or co-buyer, follow neighborhoods to see meaningful market data, gain access to the world's largest off-market property network through your KW agent, and you can log in or sign up. I'm just going to log in, and now I'm brought into where I was before. And if I want to save that search, I should just click save, and it'll give it a name, properties near 07003. And I can choose to have like instant, daily, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly updates. Okay. So let's jump into a neighborhood. So I'm going to clear these filters. I'm going to jump into this Broughton Avenue neighborhood right here. Okay. This is in Bloomfield, New Jersey. And I can then come over here. You'll notice a few things. There's 7 properties for sale in Broughton Avenue, in that little area of the world. There's 7 properties for sale, and I can see them here. It removes all of the listings that were on the map around that property. So for instance, if I come over here to Watchung East, it'll then only show me the listings for sale in Watchung East. If I go over to Southwest Nutley, it'll only show me the properties for sale in Southwest Nutley. It removes everything else from the map, which is pretty awesome. And then you have this little market stat at the top. Let's explore the neighborhood. Let me just see what's going on here real quick. Okay, so here there's a few things happening. This is a page. Okay, let me back up for a second. I'm going to explore this neighborhood. This is what your consumers have never seen before. They have never, ever, ever seen a website page that looks like this. Okay. So when I click explore neighborhood, they're taken to a page with lots of data. They can't find this page on Zillow, realtor.com, homes.com. They can't find this type of page anywhere. This is exclusive to us because of our partnership with Nextdoor. We're able to pull all of this data and information in on just little slivers of the world that we call neighborhoods. So this is a really cool feature that your clients are going to love. So when we scroll down, we see market snapshot. We see active pending. If there were any recently solds, we would see those here. If we scroll down, we'll see some properties for sale. These are all the properties, all active, pending, and open houses. If I click on active right here in the middle, it shows me the properties that are active. If I click on pending, it'll show me the 2 that are pending. If I click on upcoming open houses, it'll show me the open houses that are coming up. Okay. Now down here is a cool feature. Now we all know that we get asked a lot, who lives around here? We get asked a lot. What kind of people live here? Now you guys know as well as I do, we can't answer that question. That is a very difficult question to answer without getting yourself into a potential fair housing violation. But while we can't answer that, we can certainly answer what people say or what people like or enjoy about living in the neighborhood. And so we can see that on each neighborhood page. We can see that they're into organized sports. We can see that they're fitness oriented, that they like to do yoga, that they like to dance, that they like to drink wine, that they love trendy restaurants, that they're healthy food lovers, they're hardworking. So when your buyer looks on here, they'll be able to figure out, oh, wow, it looks like a lot of the things that people do in this area are things that I like to do. So that is something very special. So people can feel like whether or not they're going to fit in this particular area. Once we go down here, we can calculate a route to a location. So if I'm going to search for a place, let's search for Keller Williams NJ Metro Group, which is my market center. We can see that it's a 13-minute drive. If we want to search for another place, let's look for a mall. Okay, the mall is a 16-minute drive. If I want to see, let's see, New York Penn Station. Okay, that's a 27-minute commute. All right, awesome. So these are really important things that I should know as a buyer, how long it takes to get to important places. And then we have nearby schools and we have places. So this is Yelp. This is an integration with Yelp, which is pretty awesome because of our partnership with Google. And we're able to see what's in the area. So we can toggle between restaurants, nightlife, gyms, lots of gyms. So we can see what's in the area, because a lot of questions we get are what's in the area? And then down here, there's other neighborhoods that people can click on that are similar. So KW has done a lot of study and research on these neighborhood pages. And they have tested these pages on 1 million different consumers. And what they have found is that when they test the neighborhood page against a zip code page, like a zip code level snapshot, they have found that the consumer is spending on average about 30 seconds on a zip code level snapshot. On a neighborhood level snapshot like this, they're spending about 44 minutes.
Wow.
We can also hover over the properties on this map here too. Okay. Also, consumers are spending on average 8 minutes on our websites looking at property. And if you know the internet, and we know our TikTok attention span, 8 minutes to look at houses on a website is a very long time. So our websites are very appealing to the consumer. Any questions on that, Leslie?
Yes, Nick, I think we should cover this question just because it's a question that seems to be asked very often. Let me just make sure I find it. But basically, 1 second. Can the neighborhoods be adjusted yet? So to be able to get focus on development, I thought it was being changed. I ask because the neighborhoods from next door are completely random and created by random next door users.
So the neighborhoods can't be adjusted yet, but they are working on that ability.
Perfect.
They are working on that ability.
Yep. And then a lot of people were asking, well, I don't see neighborhoods on my site. How do I get this fixed? So if you go to the consumer app, if I could display my screen real quick, I'll just show everyone because this question was asked a lot in the chat. So we're going to head to the consumer app here. I'll start over for you. Let me get let's just start all the way over. 1 second. I'm not sure why it would be turned off, but this is how you turn it back on. You'll head to consumer. And then from here, site and app settings, upper right-hand corner of my screen, click there. And then at this point, you're just going to stay on this page and scroll down where you see preferences. Do you guys see that? There's a little drop down here where you're going to click on it, and you can enable or disable neighborhoods on your site. Cool. So mine is enabled. If yours is disabled, this is where you would change it. A lot of questions around just basically that. And
somebody asked a question, what are the little green notepads next to properties? So those aren't notepads.
Oh,
this is a calendar, meaning there's an open house here.
Open house. Yep.
Yeah. So if you click on that and scroll down,
yeah,
you'll see upcoming open houses in the little green calendar.
I love it. A lot of questions, Nick, around like sold data. So are we gonna see sold data on our sites? The only sold data you all are gonna see is the sold data within the neighborhood pages, like Nick was showing earlier. So when you explore a neighborhood page, down below it's gonna show you sold stats, but not individual homes. It's just a culmination of the data that's being pulled. Cool.
Yeah, for some reason the sold data right now isn't populating on the neighborhoods. Must be an MLS issue. Let me see if it's happening in other locations. Hold on a second. Because sometimes it's an MLS issue. I just want to make sure by looking at another. No, it looks like the sold data isn't feeding through just yet through IDX, but it does show up on neighborhood pages. They might be doing some updating to those locations, to those, you know what I'm saying, to that information. I'm doing two things at once. I can't think straight. I just want to see something here. Anything else we should mention in terms of what we just went over? Do you want to go over, Leslie? Do you want to go over collection? Go over a listing, like what a listing looks like.
Yeah.
And then how to do collection.
Yes, absolutely. And I had somebody tell me that I was sounding a little muffled. Nick, how do I sound?
You sound great.
Okay, great. Awesome. So I'm going to show you how to as a consumer, again, I'm going to just pull up my current location. So that's always an option.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
hold on a second.
Yep.
I have to show an updated neighborhood feature. Let me share my screen again.
Yeah, show us.
Brand new. Let me share my screen again.
Love it.
Okay, hold on. This is brand new. I'm just seeing it for the first time with you guys. All right, check this out. I'm on my website. I'm logged in. I'm going to go to my feed right up here on the upper right-hand corner. I'm going to click feed. This is where all my saved searches and collections live. Okay, so you just have to give it a few minutes to bring things up so you can see that my collections are my favorites. Saved searches will pull up any of my saved searches. Anyway, I'm going to go to, this is brand new, Neighborhood Pulse. All right, check this out. I'm going to click Neighborhood Pulse. I'm going to check this out. I'm going to use Broughton Avenue as an example. So check this out. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. They just completely released this. Let me just. Okay, so I'm going to use Glen Ridge for an example. Glen Ridge market stats, Neighborhood Pulse. These are all the neighborhoods up here that I'm following. Okay, These are all the neighborhoods that I'm following. Here you're going to see market stats, current active listings, 11 days on market, average listing price. You're going to see December through May over here, past 6 months on the other side. You're going to see December through May. So in the last 6 months, prices go average price from 448 to 722. Then down here, you're going to see recent updates in Glen Ridge, new listings added. Okay, that I might be interested in. Then down here, you're going to see the past 6 months comparison, and you can compare it from a city level, zip code, county, and state. Okay, so here's city. All right. We can see the city as a whole, 615 to 765. Zip code, county. Okay, so zip code, 653 to 728. County, and then the blue line is the neighborhood. County, 560 to 642, and then state, 611 to 722. This is 6 months. Okay. Average price per square foot in Glen Ridge, 315. So let's just reiterate this. Up here, market stats. Down here, you've got properties for sale in that area and upcoming open houses. Then down here, you can compare the past 6 months comparison for a neighborhood with city, zip code, county, state. Let me click on Broughton Avenue one more time. I'm going to try this one. All right, Broughton Avenue. So has a listing price of average price of 448, zip code, county. Okay, so zip code for Bloomfield, New Jersey, 07003, average price of 392 to 516. And the blue is the neighborhood. So this neighborhood has, for the last 6 months, from 437 to 440. County and state. This is really great information.
Awesome.
You can
That's
compare
exciting.
a neighborhood to zip code, county, and state. I mean, this is pretty.
That's incredible.
Yeah, I love it.
I love it. I love that finding. It's so cool. It's like Christmas every now and then with Command and things like that when we continue to add new features. So fun.
So yeah, you're going to find that under your feed. So you have to log in. And in order to have that, in order to have this option, you have to do this. Okay. Like, let's say I want to click on Thandara Park. I want to explore the neighborhood. And then I want to follow this neighborhood. So I got to click follow in the upper right-hand corner. Once I've clicked follow, I can go to feed and neighborhood pulse, and then Thandara Park was added. And then I can go down here and see the different 6 months of comparisons.
Oh, amazing.
Sweet. Love it.
So cool. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad that you caught that.
Yeah, me too. All right, go ahead, Leslie.
All right. All right, you guys. I'm going to show you what it looks like from the consumer when I look at a listing and what I want to do with the listing and how I want to communicate with you with the listing. All right. So first things first, I'm logged in as a consumer. You'll see my little initials up here in the upper right hand corner of my screen. Okay. And I know a lot of you in the chat earlier were like, well, what if I'm the agent and I need to have a consumer access? I'm like, you guys are the consumer as well. Okay. So pretend that you're the consumer. You're going to go and create a login. And as you log in, so right here, upper right hand corner of your screen, I just want to walk you through it real quick because Nick, we had a lot of questions around this when you were teaching. So I might as well just kill two birds with one stone. So you're going to sign up here into your information. Looks like this pop-up is brand new as well. It looks nice and pretty, which is awesome. your first, last name, email address, and create a simple password, okay? And then if you already have a login, you're just gonna come in and simply log in. Again, you're the consumer. All right. Next up, I'm gonna head to my current location to just pull up some homes to show you when I'm the consumer and when I look at a home and I like a listing, okay? So here we go. I'm gonna look at this home. I clicked on it, looks good, right? Now it's really nice because each home has its own singular page to show all of the information around the home. It's being pulled from all the MLSs, local MLSs in your area. So every single home and all this data is connected to the MLSs, which means that this data is live. So as soon as this home goes under contract, and you clicked on it yesterday, but then you clicked on it today and it went under contract last night, it's going to show up today as under contract. So that's really cool news for you. Now, as a consumer, I'm looking through this. It gives me all the great information, just like the MLS would. There's some highlighted information that the MLS doesn't typically say, like what locals say. The walkability score is also included. I love this section here, Nick, because it talks about commute times. So if I'm a consumer and I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this home, but I need to know how long it's going to take for me to get point A to point B, especially I just love my gym and I need to be near it, right? So I'm going to type in my favorite gym that I like to go to. It's called Lifetime. And I found it. So now I know that it's going to take me from Lifetime to this home for 12 minutes. 12 minutes to get to my gym from this home. Amazing. You can literally add any kind of address here, you guys. And yeah, it's pretty awesome stuff. Down below, you're going to see what's also included: upcoming open houses, Keller Mortgage, Keller Covered. I could come in here and click on Save Thousands or compare quotes. And then down below, I could search by nearby homes that are surrounded by this home that's for sale. So I like this home, Nick. I'm going to come up here and say I want to save it. So I'm going to click Save. And what happens next, you guys, is called a collection. I get to create a new collection of homes that I like in general. So maybe homes with a really nice kitchen that's white. Maybe it's the backyard that I'm looking for in particular. Depending on what is a deal breaker for me as a consumer, I'm going to call this new collection homes with a nice backyard. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm going to select new collection and I'm going to enter this collection and name it so that every time I find a home with a really nice backyard, I'm going to place it in this collection. Okay, think of it as kind of like a folder. All right, so I'm going to just say awesome backyards. All right, so there it is. I gave it a custom title. Now all I need to do is simply click on it and then click save, which is awesome. So now as a consumer, I'm going to scroll up here and see where all of my saved searches are and also saved collections. So there it is, awesome backyards. So now check this out. If I click on awesome backyards, it's going to take me to its own folder. Now I want you to just think now like an agent, okay? Although this is being described to you as a consumer, where I like to implement a little strategy for you guys. If you teach your consumer how to use the collections, and I'm about to show you this here soon, when I add somebody to share, when I share this collection with somebody, I'm going to click share up here, right-hand corner of my screen. It's going to allow me to add somebody within my circle of friends or family, a collaborator. So Nick, I'm going to go ahead and add you. Okay, so I'm going to add you to my collection because I want you to be a part of this search with me. And click add. You guys, guess what happens? As an agent, you get this information that somebody was added to my collection. And guess what? That automatically goes into command and you literally just grew your database by 1%. Amazing. So now this is really cool. So not only are they doing this on their own behalf, you don't even have to ask them to, but if you show them this feature, you guys, your circle is going to get bigger. Cool. But let me further show you how collections can also benefit the consumer. I can add a note as a consumer. So, and I can also tell Nick, like, check this backyard out and tell me what you think. If I could type, click save. So what's really cool is that Nick is going to get an email notification in his inbox, and he's going to click on it and be able to see what I'm saving. He's also going to be able to come in and add homes with awesome backyards to this collection. How cool is that? Nick, are there any questions around collections that we can answer live here?
Yeah, so Charles says that's an amazing idea. Patricia says this has been great to use. Can you save properties to multiple collections simultaneously? You can only, well, yeah, you can. This is a client. This is as if the client were saving collections. The agent does it a different way. I'll show you how to do that. And then yes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Patricia's saying she has a few clients using it. They get notified when I get notified when they're looking. That's awesome. Yeah, so let me share my screen because I got your email.
I just want to show you guys real quick to answer that question. So I can literally click all these collections and place this one home in different collections simultaneously. So at the same time. Cool. All right. I'm going to stop sharing. Nick, after you.
Yeah, so I got the email that Leslie added me to a collection. Here's the email. I'd like to add you to a collection as a collaborator. And here's how it looks. Awesome backyards. I'm going to click open. And here we go. Took me to that exact same collection of the homes that Leslie was collecting for us. So yes, definitely works. Let me show you guys on the command side how all of this looks. So I'm going to go into contacts and I'm going to click on recently active. And this will show me everyone who's been most recently active on my site. Here's me because I was looking. You can see everything I've done today. This is today, June 17th. Okay, all the way from the bottom. I logged in. I viewed a neighborhood. I looked at a property. I viewed another neighborhood. Viewed this. Viewed it again. You can see on yesterday, I viewed this neighborhood at this time. Looked at this property and this property. You can see the different everything that's been doing here so that the client is looking at, which is pretty sweet. Let me show you how you as an agent does collections. So I'm going to go into consumer on the lower left-hand side by the apps. And I'm going to click collection right here at the very top. And I'm going to create a collection. Now, this is if the agent is creating the collection, okay? Create collection. There's a couple things that happen over here. Location. I can do zip code, or if I know a specific MLS number of a property that I want to send, I can just do that. But I'm going to click zip code and I'll do 07003. You can also draw on the map too if you want. Bedrooms, 3, bathrooms, 2, price range, $349 to $549. Could do square feet, year built, property type, et cetera, et cetera. A single family. Okay, so here's all the single family properties that meet this criteria. Let me click single family property apply. Okay, so the photos aren't showing up for some reason, but I can then decide, okay, I'm going to send them this one. If I click it, it takes me to It's going very slow today. Let me refresh. Okay, let me give that a second. When you click it, it takes you to the listing. I'm going to click this one, click this one, click this one. Oh, that's the same one. Click this one. Okay, so now I've chosen the properties I want to send to my client. I'm going to give it a name, Homes in Bloomfield. And I will scroll down. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. I got to click Create Collection right down here at the bottom. Create Collection. Congrats. It's been created. Then you click Assign Contacts. And then you just choose the contacts. Now, you can only send collections of properties to people who have registered for your site. You can't send it to just anybody. They have to have a registration for your website. Okay. So if I want to send it to myself or Nick Baldwin, click on this and then click Assign. And Homes in Bloomfield, 1 contact, 4 listings. You can send it to multiple contacts at the same time or just 1. So, and if you click on this, it shows you the properties that are in that collection. So Nick will get notified that I just created a collection for him. Okay, here it is. View collection. Sorry, guys, my internet is like going, my kids are playing Fortnite and it sucks up all of the internet in all of the places. But yeah, so that's how that works, creating collections for clients. And you can push it in real time. So it's not a saved search. So if you wanted to create a collection for your client around homes that you're going to take them to see this weekend, here we go. And then check this out. Now on the map, so watch this. If I go to 07003, watch this, check this out. Whoops. Yes, now you can see the agent pick. These are the houses that were chosen by you, the agent. So when you add houses to a collection, your client will then start to see that you've chosen this house for them. So when they click on it, it says agent pick on it as well. So they'll see it. They can't escape it. Pretty sweet stuff. Pretty sweet stuff. One more thing I want to show you. We just went, there's 2 more things real quick. Landmark search. So if I want to search for properties near a school, or like, let's do, yeah. Edgemont Elementary. I'm going to search for homes near Edgemont Elementary. I just click, oh, that's Edgemont Elementary, Montclair, New Jersey. There it is. Okay. So with our Google integration, we can search for specific locations. We don't need to know an address. So if I wanted to live near my job, just type in your job, search for properties near it, takes you right there to the actual location. So that's a cool feature too, searching by landmark. But now the newest integration, let's search for properties in Aruba. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Oh
my gosh.
OMG.
That is so awesome. I love that we're doing this right now.
Let's search for properties in Mexico.
I was like in Aruba, Nick. Come on. Aruba,
Mexico works sometimes. It's still new. Oh yeah, that's still, we can see the properties over here. Let's search for properties in.
Wait, look at that 2.7 million one. What?
Let's search for properties in Turks and Caicos. Oh my God, look, guys.
Oh my gosh, I need to go buy one.
We're going global.
So
Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. If you have friends and family in another country, they need to have your app. Zillow doesn't do this. We are the only home search app. Listen to me when I tell you this. We are the only home search app that has listings worldwide.
Amazing.
Drop in the chat if your head just exploded.
I think so many heads have exploded. Wow, this is awesome. Carol says, amazing. Hey, let's go to South Africa. We have somebody in South Africa on this call.
Not
also
every,
Malaysia.
It's not every country is on there yet. They're adding more every periodically.
Was it Malaysia to be the first?
But let's see. So
heads are exploding, yet. Nick. Heads are exploding.
Nothing yet. I know Aruba. Hold on, let me check. Aruba. I'm just looking.
Yeah, we're slowly dripping out areas around the globe.
Yeah, Aruba, Bermuda, Albania, Turks and Caicos. So they're slowly, here's Bermuda. We're slowly dripping out countries. So make sure you update your app. When you update your app, it'll tell you in the update description in your app store the countries that we have right now. But Mexico, yeah, it's
everyone is so excited. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Yep. Love that you brought that to our attention, Nick.
I can
so
check
good.
Honduras. Let me check. If we don't have it yet, we'll have it soon. Because they added like a dozen. No, nothing in Honduras yet. Oh, Malaysia, I believe yes, we do have Malaysia.
Yeah, I feel like that was like Aruba and Malaysia were one of the first. Is this
Malaysia right here?
Oh Malaysia? Man, I don't know. It's hard to tell. Somebody on this call was from Malaysia. Let's see if they're here. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Thailand is.
Well, you guys, here's an activity to do right now. Go to your site as a consumer and go start searching around the globe.
Yeah.
Go share that with your people. Let them know. Who knows what can happen with the people that you're working with right now. Maybe they do want to move to Aruba.
I think I took a screenshot of the. Oh, okay. Here
Times
are
crazy
the.
Right
okay.
Now. Let's go to Aruba.
Here are the countries that we have. Bermuda. We should have Malaysia. Should. Even this is new. So Paraguay, Mongolia, Albania, Israel, Turks and Caicos. Honduras should be there. If it's not, it'll be there soon. Mexico, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Peru, Ireland, Aruba, Uruguay. Those are some of, and more regions to come. So
cool. All right, you guys.
Super cool. If you have friends overseas, that region list, Kathy, if you go into your app store for the update, it tells you what's new. That's all. So, all right, guys, we got to hop off.
Bye, everyone. We have a call in another 5 minutes or 4 minutes.
Yeah, we have to hop off for another call, but we appreciate you for being here. I'll send this replay out to you ASAP, and go play with your consumer sites. A lot of fun.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good day.